Hey Caitlin and Christian, it's your uncle, as you know. I'm gonna start shooting these videos. I'm posting them up on YouTube and I'll share with you the link. Um, if you're seeing these videos, that means I can't talk to you for whatever stupid ass reason that your mother and your father have. And you need to know the truth, right? When your mother went into the hospital, your dad reacted really, really aggressively towards your grandmother, my mother, kicked her out the house, told her she could leave, yelled at her and all that stuff when they were taking your mother to the hospital. And, your grandmother yelled back at your dad, said, "Don't talk to me like that, blah, 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 blah." And, she stood up for herself and for your mother. And, that was the beginning of the unraveling of what we witnessed with your dad. Um, I wish I could make excuses and say, oh, that's a one-off thing, but, your dad is an asshole, pretty much. Before you were born, he's been an asshole. He's always been an asshole, and he'll always be an asshole. It's just the way he is. He likes to poke and prod and, tear things down because he's insecure and depressed and suicidal. And your dad has been on depression medication for a very long time, so he's not all there. And I'm not saying that he's a horrible person. I'm just saying that he doesn't handle things properly. And this is before your mother even went into the hospital. We made allowances for it. By the grace of God, we love Jesus and we show mercy and understanding and try to work with people and give people concessions to grow and to help themselves. And Lord knows your mother has helped and tried to help him as much as she could possibly do it. We all have, but sometimes some people they just can't get in gear, and it's not their fault. It's just they just can't get into gear. But however, with that said, there's a fine line that you need to draw where you realize you're not really helping the person anymore. You're actually hurting them by making all of these excuses and allowances for them and reasonings for them and their behavior and all this stuff. And we reached that limit, and I just want to share this video with you because when your mother went into the hospital, that was the limit. That this is life and death now, okay? This is not just messing around anymore. This is the big leagues, life and death. And we fought incredibly hard for your mother to get her out, to get the right treatment. We fought against him and how he didn't want to share information about her medical stuff and where she was. Who in their right mind does that? It's your mother. And you would want to know where your mother is, right? You'd want your mother to get all the fucking support that she could actually get to get the fuck out of there, right? But your dad decided not to say anything to anyone for a whole month of where she was, what was going on, okay? And I just want you to hear that truth, because we are not the types of people that will sit down and let that type of behavior be tolerated anymore. And your grandfather battled with him. We called the cops on him. We did everything we could to protect you and your mother from that freaking lunatic asshole, depressed piece of shit. Okay, I know it's your dad and everything, but like I said, this is life and death. Every other occurrence, fine. You want to act like an idiot, act like an asshole. I could tolerate you for a day. We could tolerate you, but you know what? Don't fucking step out of line. Just know your boundaries, right? But this is life and death, like I said. And you're gonna learn in life that you're gonna meet people who are one way for a long time, and then all of a sudden they change on you, and people become toxic. People become really, really cynical, and you can never truly know a person. No matter how long you know them, no matter what they say to you, no matter what they do, people are very manipulative. People are very abusive in subtle ways, and you will realize that as you get older, and as you probably know it right now. Maybe you've experienced it right now. But I want to let you know that we love you guys very much. We will do anything for you. We fought incredibly hard for you, and your mother, and we will always continue to fight incredibly hard for you guys. That's just who we are. We are Durballs. That's where your heritage is. That's where your ancestors are. We are fighters. We are survivors. We are conquerors. Your great grandmother, your great grandfather were multimillionaires. They were conquerors. They were fighters. They battled gangs. They battled murderers, and they battled all this evilness. And they always came out on top. And we've always come out on top. Not because we're doing it all, but because we honor the Lord with everything that we have. And we do what's right, and we stand up for wrong, and we work incredibly hard to be better every single day. We don't make any excuses, we don't bullshit around, we take ownership, we say we're sorry, we take responsibility, and we grow, and we make amends, and that's the mature thing to do. And your father and your mother, for some reason, don't feel like that's necessary, like they need to do that. And that's a sign of immaturity. It's a sign of people who are just idiots. Okay, they don't want to take responsibility and own up and face the music that they've been fucking up for a really long time, because it's hard to eat your own dog shit. It's hard to swallow that, and it's so much easier to point the finger, because then you don't have to take it. You don't have to deal with the reality that you don't have your shit together, and that you got to work incredibly harder, and you got to come to terms with it, and you got to go get the help, which means you can't hide shit. And that's another reason why I think that they don't want us to see you, is they want to hide everything. And I want you guys to know that you cannot hide everything. That's you cannot get help if you don't tell people. So if you see something that's not being done right, you stand up, you say something, you get the help. You don't hide it. Okay, only people who are guilty, only people who are insecure or doing something wrong, like a criminal activity or anything like that, have something to hide. People who are doing things right, who are honoring themselves, honoring the Lord, and conducting themselves in a diplomatic, good way, they don't have anything to hide. They don't have any secrets. In other words, people who need to hide have secrets. Like if you cheat on something, you're gonna hide. Okay, if you say something bad about somebody or did something wrong, you're gonna wanna hide. Okay, it's the same principle. Anyway, I love you guys. This has gone really long, and I hope to see you guys really soon. Know that we love you, Grandma, Grandpa, and myself. I think I just swallowed a bug. I love you guys. I'll do anything for you. Reach out to me, and I'll always be there to help you. I don't know if I'm always going to be there to help your mom or your dad until they can demonstrate that they're bigger and they're better and they've improved. Because like I said, they crossed the line. And once you cross that line, it's going to take a really long time to get back. And that's how it should be. Okay? I love you guys. Mwah.